the hell's going on with Stalker Enhanced Edition, everybody? How's it going? WTFSexyHeadphones here. I had to crawl out of my reclusive hole to talk about this one because shit is blowing up in the Stalkerverse. For you guys who might not know what's going on, because maybe you do live under a rock, and that's totally fine. Rocks are cool. Patrick Star. Everybody loves Patrick Star. Anyway, the Stalkerverse is going nuts because recently they came out with an enhanced edition of the Stalker trilogy. Shadow, Chernobyl, Call of Pripyat, Clear Sky. Clear Sky has to be named last. It's not in the right order, but we know it's the redheaded stepchild of the series. Anyway, so GSC has made an enhanced edition of the trilogy, which normally most people would be thinking, fuck yeah, that's pretty amazing. On top of that, too, the enhanced edition was 100% free. So if you have had the trilogy before, you've had the games, you're just going to get these as a free upgrade, which is pretty nifty, all things considered. It's not costing you guys anything to have these, and your originals are still being left intact. You keep them in your library. So why is everyone losing it over the enhanced editions? What is going on with the enhanced editions that is making everybody pissed and giving Stalker probably the worst reviews that they have ever had? Because now when you go through their Steam page, they are getting completely terrible reviews, and some people are going to say it's review bombing and things like that due to the war and anti-fans and things like that. And a lot of it also just seems to be a lot of people who are genuinely unhappy with the enhanced edition. So let's touch base on what's going on with the enhanced editions. I'm going to give my 2 cents as well as show you guys a couple of things that's been going on here. And I'm very interesting to hear what you guys are also thinking. But let's start delving into the mess that is the unfortunate enhanced edition of Stalker. Let's get into the meat and the potatoes of what people are super pissed about and what the biggest issue is with the Stalker Enhanced Edition. And that's going to be the fact that they removed the Soviet iconography and the Russian voice lines. This is what everybody has got their panties in a bunch about. This is what's chapping everybody's ass right now. You guys know me, I'm not a political channel. I don't like to throw that kind of shit into the fan, but I'm going to nevertheless, let's just go over this topic before I go into what my issues are with the enhanced edition from what I played so far. So any Soviet era landmarks have been removed from the game, and a lot of people are calling this like revisionist, that this is trying to erase history. And there's 2 fighting talking points. There's the point of there's a war going on right now. Ukrainian people can do whatever that they like to feel like they're making their voice heard, their line in the sand, and so forth with their content, and I get that, but a lot of people are, again, on the other side of it, feels like you're erasing history, that a lot of people just don't like it. I'm trying to keep this as mild as I can without, again, like, I really don't want this to go into, like, the political shit show, because that's not what this channel is about. We're talking about games, but nevertheless, politics have come into games, much like they did everything else. This is where people are getting really mad about, and I must personally say, like, while it doesn't necessarily piss me super off, I don't feel super strong feelings about it, it's not a change that I'm in favor for either. I like things being kept how they were. I think that's the millennial in me. I think that's the nostalgia in me. I just like things to be how I remember them, how I played them. I love delving into those other worlds, and that's been some of other people's arguments too, is they like feeling that they're going into a different time, a different world. They don't want to fucking feel like I'm in Arizona. I don't want to fucking feel like I'm playing in Arizona right now. I fucking avoid Fallout New Vegas and any desert gameplay because I fucking hate it. I don't want to feel like I'm fucking playing where I live. Boring. I got off track. I'm losing myself there a little bit, but nevertheless, a lot of people are mentioning that they really enjoyed being taken to a time and place like that and being able to experience it. I'm going to pop up this screenshot that's been making its rounds through the Stalker community as of late. It's a bit more eloquently put than I am managing, so let's read the snippet. The atmospheric integrity of the zone relies on preserving those historical elements. The games are set in a place stuck in the time of the Chernobyl catastrophe, and the remnants act not as a tool of propaganda, but as reminders of the consequences of totalitarian regime. The zone's appeal has always been about its unique setting, not just the anomalous nature of it, but the place and time the most of us have never been to. Removing those elements is directly robbing the players of the immersion that made the original releases so great. Please do not ignore our feedback, yada yada. Let's go into the good shit now. Hold on. Let me, I don't want us to all be doom and gloom now. So like, let me just take a break and mention that there has already been an update to the Enhanced Edition, and I have not got to play it just yet, but apparently they are restoring some of the elements that people have been so pissed off about. So they aren't ignoring the feedback. GSC might have done something that a lot of people are not super happy about, but quick update for, again, those who are not following with what's going on. They did just release an update, and again, I have to double check. I haven't got to even have a chance to look at it myself, but word on the street is that they are bringing back some of the stuff that they removed. If you guys have a little more insight, let me know. But let's move on to some of the other issues with the Enhanced Edition that are not this one, because this is pretty much the big thing that everyone's been about. But I want to start talking about my experience with it. I have been streaming on the Enhanced Edition Shadow of Chernobyl on Twitch. I got to Yantar, I think, is where I ended up getting, I want to say. So I got a pretty good distance. So let me kind of go over how that experience has been. So we started Shadow of Chernobyl, streamed it, got pretty far into the game so far, so a good enough experience all through it. And my biggest gripes is that the Enhanced Editions are rather immersion breaking, and it's mainly, for me, the audio. The audio is breaking so very often, and it's so inconsistent. I can't tell you how many times the weather janks up. The rain is always going dead quiet. So like in Stalker, when you go under a tree or cover, it's supposed to mute the audio a little bit and kind of make it muffled. Or I think if you go far enough in, like, you just don't hear the rain. But the problem is you can go up to a tree, it mutes the audio completely. You can run away fully out into the rain, and it always takes about 2 or so seconds before the audio comes back on. So there's a lot of these inconsistencies where the audio is just kind of going in and out, or there's some times where like the audio is not matching the weather, where it will like mute the like right here, you'll find these areas where it'll mute the rain completely. Oh no, it's freezing. Good few seconds. You go here, you run out, nothing. Right now we're not even covered, but all of the rain is completely muted. You know, it was night sky, kind of cloudy. You can see the stars. The skyboxes looked absolutely gorgeous. The skyboxes are looking really great. But then there's thunder and lightning noises. And, well, there's lightning visibly, and then there's thunder noises. But again, you're only seeing the flash of lightning, but you're not seeing anything that looks to match the storm, right? It literally looks like a beautiful night sky. There are some clouds, but then you're just hearing like thunder, and it's been one of my biggest kickers because audio has been such a huge part of the immersion, especially for me. Every nuance of audio, you guys have heard me say this before, one of the things that really bugs me in mods is when the mods change the original audio, like the vanilla audio Stalker. I love vanilla audio Stalker so much. It is such a huge part of getting into that world. So the fact that it fucks up so often, it jars you out of that atmosphere. I'm constantly being jarred out of that atmosphere because the audio is so inconsistent. Another issue I've been having is with the shotgun. The shotgun's driving me nuts. I now know what it is doing and how to beat it, but it's still aggravating. So essentially, when you use your double barrel, and this first happened to me when I was in Underground Admiral Prom fighting the Bloodsucker. This is a great time to find out your shotgun doesn't work properly. So when you shoot your shotgun and you start doing the reload animation, you'll see Marked One put the shot in, but if you do not fully wait for your number to show that you have 2 out of whatever before hitting the shot, like before firing again, it is going to start the reload animation all over. Oh my god, it took me a second to realize that that was what it's doing. It will reload, but you have to very patiently wait for your entire thing to go and for the number to change. It can show that there's 2 shot in the barrel, and you know that you just loaded shot in the fucking barrel, but if you fucking pull the trigger and it doesn't show that there's 2 in your... it is literally going to just recycle through the reload again. again, and you have to very much wait until the exact moment that the game is like, no, it's ready, or you'll just keep cycling through your fucking ugh. Y'all know how the aggro-prom bloodsucker is, and we're all knowledge of him now, so we're not supposed to fear him anymore, and there's nothing more annoying than GSC still trying to find, like, the first fucking boss bloodsucker encounter to still fucking clap your cheeks, like... What the fuck? I can feel the tangent going on too long, so once again, we're reining myself in. I'm left wondering, so let's just try and wrap this up. I'm left wondering who the Enhanced Edition is for. So I'm not necessarily mad about it at the end of the day because I have all of my original games. Everyone else who's been playing this series has their original games. At the end of the day, I don't think this is as big of a deal as a lot of people are making it. I don't think it was a great move. I don't think it looks good on GSC all too well. But because the majority of us, this game has been out for 18 years, Shadow Chernobyl, because the majority of us have literally run through this like nobody's business, like a fucking 50-cent whore, like, I don't think it's too big of a deal that there's the Enhanced Edition and that we also still have our old ones. Now, here's a bit of the issue, and again, this is making me think, who is this for? My problem with it is the new people, so say people who are fans of Stalker 2 who are slowly getting into Stalker and want to try all the other Stalker, my issue is they're going to run into the problem of playing, if they play the Enhanced Edition right now, I feel like they're going to run into... This is unpolished, not good stuff. Why would I want to play this? And annoyingly, the original Stalkers would be better for them to play at this point. Like, the original Stalkers have more polish and would be better to play. And the biggest kicker with the original Stalkers, a lot of people are like graphic whiny, like, oh, it doesn't have the graphics and so forth. So I see why Stalker made the Enhanced Edition, because a lot of people are lazy or graphic whores, and they're very much like, if it doesn't look how I want it to look, I'm not going to play it. I think this game looks horrible. So like, people might look at Stalker and think, this looks too dated, it's never worth my time. But it's like, so you enhance the graphics in the new one, and that's good, so people maybe don't have to worry about the graphics, but like the rest of the gameplay, I don't think is going to keep people. What I'm worried about is that this Enhanced Edition that only new people have access to is going to make people dislike Stalker more. It is going to deter people from Stalker more because it's not the best version of it. Like, again, it really just makes me wonder who is the Enhanced Edition for, because we've had the original series out so long, and so many modders have polished it and done everything with it already that, like, oh, I hate to be like, you guys know me, I love GSC, so I hate to, like, I feel like I'm being so mean. I'm sorry, I love you guys, but it's like, it feels so pointless. It feels like modded Stalker suddenly became canon, but it's not really good canon. Like, the modders have done better. So, God, I feel like such an ass, GSC. No way you guys are here, but if you are, I'm so sorry. I do love you. But it just feels like, yeah, I just don't. I'm going to keep repeating myself, but yes, I keep wondering what the Enhanced Edition for. Who is it for? At the end of the day, I'm not super worried about it because I have all of my stuff and I can sleep peacefully at night. All of you original Stalkers have your shit. You can sleep peacefully at night. It's just the matter of the fact that if new people try the Enhanced Edition and they can't get their hands on the originals, I'm worried that new people are going to be like, wow, you Stalker fans are fucking psycho. All you veterans, like, this is what you guys were like, is the bread and butter of your entire lives. This audio that makes no sense, the shotgun. I mean, again, and Stalker's always had bugs. It's always been buggy. It's always been whatever, but it's not a great experience right now. I'm going to continue streaming and playing the Enhanced Edition, so if you guys do want to check it out, you know me, I never know when I stream, I just do it, but link down below to my Twitch and things like that. I'm going to continue streaming it. You guys can take a look for yourselves. I still love Stalker. I still enjoy it. I'm still not necessarily mad about the experience. I just don't necessarily understand it. I don't really get the point of the Enhanced Edition. I don't really know who it's for, and at this point, it's giving Stalker more of a bad name, and again, at the end of the day, my biggest worry is the fact that new fans who start this, they're going to not want to continue it. I don't think new fans are going to be super, like, yeah. So, I mean, again, so anyway, end of the day, us original fans, we've got all the mods in the world. We've got our originals. It is super duper fine. There is a lot of, there's concern about people talking about this is why you should have physical copies. There's very much the debate in the world today that it feels like, about lost media, that a lot of media is being lost because companies either change it or erase it and things like that. And that's a really big concern as well. Again, my concern right now is just how this is going to look in the future, how this is going to look for future fans, and if they're even going to play it and give it the time of day. Because another thing that was pointed out, that was really a good point out by Tommy, was the fact that since they delisted the original Stalker page, like the original pages, meaning all of the good reviews, the only reviews people can see on Steam now is the new edition and how shitty they are. All the old Stalker reviews are not even into account. So again, any people who are going to look at this are going to see mixed reviews and think, wow, this doesn't look good. So it's just, I don't know. Anyway, I once again continued on way longer than I thought it would, but that's it. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Let's all be civil. I know this is a pretty heated topic in the Stalker community, but let me know what your guys' personal thoughts are. Are you super bothered by it? Are you not? Do you feel safe because you have the originals? Are you a new person who got F'd in the A by GSC? Let me know. Feel my power! Reminder of the consequences of total terror. Oh my god. As reminders of the consequences of totalitarianism. Fuck this goddamn word. Immersion that made the games original. Made the original releases great. Nothing like fucking up reading.